Okay. Start this. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel, the underrated Dr. Yours truly, the #1 grinder. We got another morning real talk. This is part 24 on 12 hours. Check your email. If you want to get on the panel, check your email. If you want to get on the panel, it's very important. Ladies and gents are welcome to the panel. Ladies and gents is welcome to the panel. I'm one of the best guest speakers on YouTube, the best of the business. Let me read this out, please. All right, come enjoy real conversation with the #1 grinder, us as the righteous ones. Individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuine being there for each other. We all we got. Yeah. Right? We all we got. Man, remember that. Gotta continue to remember that. All right. So again, the only way you're gonna get on the panel, yeah, check it. I want you to get on. Again, anybody else that wants to get on the panel, let me put my email out before I start. Let me put my email out before I start the intro. So that's not it. I hope everybody is doing okay. Anybody in the on clouds, come on in. Come on in the clouds. I know you're searching the clouds. I don't bite. Just give me that respect, and we good. If not, you know where y'all can stay at. But y'all come on in. Come on in. Let's engage. Let's engage. Let's engage. Let's engage. That is my email right there. Anybody that wants to join the panel, that's my email. That's the only way you get on. That's the only way you get on. All right. I'm gonna go hit y'all. Let me hit y'all with this intro. Also, I got another live tonight. That's on 9:35. That is very, very important. You need to check it out because after this, hey, you ain't gonna see me do anything, but I'm almost waking half. I'm just letting you know right now. I need a break. I need a break. But that's the word about that. So I'm gonna hit y'all with this intro. Be back.
Sometimes people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Just for a hot second.
Okay.
I don't want to disturb you.
You come back, right? Okay. Gonna pay attention, right? Okay. Oh shoot. Hello. Sorry about that. Um. Hello. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah. Again, welcome to my channel. Um. Underrated Doctor Australia, the underrated one. I send the links out to so the people could come on the panel. Um. Anytime. Anytime. 12 hours. Anytime. Hope to get to you real soon. And but let me say this that we gotta make time to engage. We have to make time and engage because a lot of things has happened. Good morning, Chocolatina. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. And and I understand people got things to do. No doubt about that. I understand people got to make things to do, but I think that some of us need to try harder to engage. Trying to be hard, trying to engage because we know with a lot of things that's happening in the space. Y'all know what it is. I don't have to bring it up. But y'all know what it is. And we deal with sick people. We're dealing with sick people, and there are some people are supporting these sick people. Also, we deal with Also we deal with ones that are opportunists too. They said they had the best of interests, but they really don't. And those are the ones that need to be addressed too. Those are the ones that you don't hardly see in the space. Those are the ones that have, personal vindictive. We got to talk about that. No, we got to talk about something. And I want to talk about it in the near future because we have to understand. And there are some that want to address just some, but not all. And there are some that make questionable uh, statements that needs to be addressed. It's got to be addressed, and I'm all for that. Especially you on a public background, there are people that, especially as us being content creators. If you say something, people they feel questionable. They should question it. I'm not saying everything, but there are some that are not content creators. They don't even know the clue to be a content creator. You should shut up if you're not in these conversations. And now also I'm going to talk about that too in the past. Really, y'all need to be quiet. And I see a lot, quite a few of y'all is not content creators. Oh, I can say this, I can say, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but if that person bring up legit information, especially public information, and they do their homework, they do their own digging and stuff. Because it's not easy to dig up the truth now. Let me say it again. It's not easy to dig up the truth. And and that's what like I use 12 hours. 12 hours. She's from New York like me. Oh, Oh, 12 hours? What do you mean? You don't live in New York. What do you mean? Do you see the skylines or something? You see, she shows you used to work at? Oh, I'm just using 12. I'm just using that as the example. Oh, but she don't know what she's talking about. Need shut up. Because visual never lie. Now, let me put my picture up in there. Let people know. See, visual never lie. When I be doing my JT out and about and everything, I hear some people saying, "Oh, you sure JT live in Newport News, Virginia? What the fuck you talking about? Do you need glasses or something, or something? You know, you have personal debits against me? What's going on?" You know, I always cam up. I always cam up. Sometimes I don't feel like camming the fuck up. I don't feel like shit. I really don't. But I cam up. 12 hours tell you when sometimes she invite me to her channel, I cam up. I don't have no problem camming up. But you see again, y'all don't know what you're talking about. You know, I hear in this space, people always say, "Yo, this is my truth. This is my truth." How is your truth? You still going through things that, and you feel things that's not in your favor, but you said that's your truth. What is you talking about? Wait, really, what is you talking about? That's what I pick and choose. I appreciate 12 hours. I really appreciate that. And you keep up the fine work too. Keep up the fine work. That's why people don't like. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck people like me. But the one thing I learned from my late father, you're gonna respect me. You're gonna respect what I bring to the table. You're gonna respect the things I'm saying because majority of the things I've experienced. I experienced a lot of stuff in my life. And so I put myself out there so y'all don't have to deal with what I had to deal with. Now, a majority of y'all throughout the years, y'all had supported me. So I'm not talking about y'all. And I appreciate excluding you 12 Vals as Nudes, Chocolatina, and a few other ones. Y'all know who you are. Thanks for supporting me. I really appreciate that. I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm talking about the near-minded ones that thinks they know it all. The ones got the big channels and the small channels and the medium channels. I'm talking about them. I'm talking about some. Let me put it out there. I'm talking about some. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. Y'all don't know what you're talking about half of the time. If I was that person, do you ever walk in him or her shoes? Need to shut up and take this work. And maybe you can learn something from that person, he or she. But y'all on fairyland. You think life's supposed to give you something. Y'all think life's supposed to entitle you something instead of work at it and respect. There's quite a few people that I know that come from the darkest times and they rise up through God and be great. But y'all don't want to talk about them people. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to do my best. I appreciate the compliment, and I should do whatever I can. But the one thing that I will not support, that I will not tolerate of this channel and even my secondary channel, I'm not going to have nobody disrespect me. I'm not going to have nobody trying to play me. I'm not going to have nobody trying to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about or trying to twist my words around. I don't care who you are, man or woman. You will get this work. You will get this work. And you go against me, you're going to lose. I stand firm with that. Good morning, honey. And so, let's stay home. So that's what people don't understand. People understand. People run their mouth everything. You want to be in here. You got to be popular here. You got to be here. You got to be there. Nah. You pay homage to somebody that's telling the truth. Oh, you simping. Oh, you a punk. Oh, you weak or something. Because you pay homage to a person that identify the truth. that identify what you going through, and they, yeah, you know, you understand they flight too. I'm talking about man or woman. I really don't get the space, man. I really don't. I really don't. I like I said, I can't really get the space. These people where they. Now I know they can see only way you complain. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you what it is. Telling you what it is. You know. Then when you go through experience of certain things, instead they come to you, they want to come to somebody that opportunist. That opportunist cannot help you if they don't have no experience in it. These people are backwards in this space. So 12 hours, she into politics and stuff. And then like, you know, stuff she know like different, she know different, you know, different programs and resources. Why I'm gonna go to somebody that opportunist that I could go to 12 hours, especially we from New York. That's dumb of me to south side New York that I can go to 12 hours. Yo, bro, what's going on 12 hours? What's going on? Yeah, JT, word? Because I asked, I said, yeah, what's going on? Yeah, JT, this such going on. Word? Yeah. I get it. You got experience in it, right? Then I'll be impressed. Oh, that's what's going on. I ain't know what that. But nah, we don't want to do that part. No. We don't want to do because be we want to be crowned as somebody, be entitled. Some silly ones in here, man. Some silly ones in here. And the sad thing about it is in my age group. Silly ones, man. A bunch of silly. I'm gonna get you big dude few seconds. Let me get this. Bunch of silly ones. That big dude come right there. Health and fitness and other things. We got somebody. Not somebody, I'm sorry. We got him in the space right now. He dealt with celebrities, health and fitness, different parts of it. But he got experience in it, but we want to go somewhere else. I'm some of y'all so yo, you know, y'all some watered down backwards MFs, man. Y'all really are. Y'all some backwards motherfuckers, man. Y'all man, I'm telling you, man. I don't feel sorry for y'all. And whatever experience you get, I hope that no good force spirit will choke your ass up and you know what, and let the dirty ones get to you on the ground. I'm sorry. I have to pray to God for repentance of that later on. I will do that. But that's how I really feel. But we gonna get Big Duke right here. And he is his channel is fourth quarter talk. So let me bring the brother in right here. Salute to you, brother.
JT, what's good, man? What's good? What's good? Peace
I'm
to the
good. I'm
chat,
good.
man.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with y'all, man? Chilling. I can't call it.
Yeah. I'm thank you for blessing us for your busy time. Cause see, his brother's busy. See, he here, he there, and everything. I mean, he gonna be celebrity real soon. You know, he ain't gonna see us no more. He gonna look at us. Yeah, stop. I just mess with you.
Nah, man. Nah, my thing is, man, I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? But my thing is this though, Jay. If I can help one person, then I did my job, man. You know, through health and wellness and fitness. You know what I'm saying? If I did my one person, you know what I'm saying, could come through and get this work and get this information, then I did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? We just did a video about minerals and vitamins and all that good stuff, and try to get to that information and all that right there through food instead of running to a store. You know what I'm saying? And trying to get a supplement or a vitamin or a pill or something like that. But the main thing is, man, just try to get it through your food. That's the main thing. Try to get that stuff through your food. And then again, too, we talked about this whole organic. And you mentioned this one time before. Listen, guys, don't be afraid to purchase store brand food or items because a lot of times people get caught up on organic, but that organic food is only good as the soil that is coming up in. because a lot of time the soil is pesticides and a lot of fertilizers and stuff like that is really toxic and stuff like that. So don't be afraid to get the store brand. All you got to do is do a comparison and contrast of the nutritional facts, and you may find that the store brand is more beneficial than the name brand stuff. So just look at that, man. Just be mindful of that information.
Yeah, exactly. And also too that I think before we got on, brother, I was talking about the attitudes. I'm talking about that the ones who have experience of certain things, we don't go to them. We want to go to the opportunists, do not have no experience.
Right.
And I had a little rant, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
For nobody cannot do nothing to me in this space. No matter if you got a big channel, small channel, medium channel. Y'all can't do nothing because you know I'm telling the truth. We got quite a few influenced people in this space that are in our community, and we don't take advantage of. And you one of them.
Right.
We don't take advantage. We got a coach right here that I'm talking to right now.
Yeah.
You know, brother Pastor, check
Pastor,
your email.
what's good, Pastor?
Pastor, check your email. I want you to come up. Brother Pastor, check your email. I want you to come up. What's going on, brother Pastor? And this is the thing about that. Why do you think there's certain things remind a big dude when I got from? I pay homage. It don't make me a weak man. I thank this man, he can, you need to like, I know what you're doing and stuff like that. And we're gonna bring back Move Bang too, but I'm not ready to do it yet because I'm gonna do me. I'm doing me. But I'm getting some stuff out. We're gonna have some stuff coming out. I talked to him about it and everything. We're gonna have some stuff coming out in this channel in the near future. Don't know when, but it's in the near future. So it's all about inspiring and help. But see, I'm saying this though, and I'm telling you this: if you keep on turning away good people that have experience, if you keep on turning away people that wants to help, it's going to be somebody else in another sector going to see this. If they can see this morning real talk part 24, I'm just using me as an example. You know what's going to happen? They're going to ask me, underrated doctors, how you doing? We like the way you do certain things. We will mind pick you up. But what about Duke? Well, I can't tell Duke because Duke, he already picked up. But I'm just saying, they can say, hey, we can give you this and this. Want you to come over here because your work is very much appreciated. We make sure we take care of you. We make sure to do all that. Don't be surprised there's going to be people in the space going to be leaving. And you know what's going to happen? You think this space is on a life support right now. It's going to be dead. It's going to be on the ICU moment that cannot recover. Trust and believe that. You go ahead, big dude.
Nah, man, that's all fire, no smoke. That's what y'all know my mantra over there, man. All fire, no smoke. That's what it is, man. You know, it's the saying that goes, when people only they like the underdog, but only follow the big dog. You know what I'm saying? So in this space, man, we know that it's a lot of great content creators out there with smaller channels, but if you're not talking about some drama, you know what I'm saying, or like the battle of the sexes and stuff like that, and people not gonna really follow you like that. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna really. They may tap in here and there, but people want their popcorn and they want to be entertained. And for me, I consider my show more of a edutainment. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of the things that's very informative, and it's one of the things, unfortunately, I got to say in this space that I'm only the few, if not the only one, that really talk about well-being, health, and well-being in this space to a higher level. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to hear which sex is better. I mean, the men are better than the women are better than the men. Who did this and who did that? Who's the worst? Who's the worst parents and stuff like that? That's what we want to hear here. You know what I'm saying? And any type of scandal that's going on, that's what get put at the forefront. You know what I mean? And channels like yours, mine, She, Gold Professor, 10 Vows, Pastor, the lower tier channels, just by name only, not by content, are always gonna get pushed to the back burner. You know what I mean? We always gonna get pushed to the side for the bigger content creators with a whole lot of drama going on.
Yeah, and so I was listening to this content creator. He said that the only way you get the watch hours and we need to band together and stuff like that. It's a good thing, yeah, but in this space, delusional.
Mhm.
It is delusional. This space, these people. I like it. I'm not saying a lot. I'm just saying some in this space. These people are delusional. These people are really delusional. Let me tell you something, bro. Ever since I got this channel, I think it's going a little over a month from now, right? I've been analyzing and I'll be looking and I'll be going like this, bro. Like it be a time I don't even want to do a live. I don't even want to do video. I really don't. I be like, but I know that I'm all about helping people. Because at the end of the day, I am a human being. I'm all about humanity. So I'm all about helping people. So I gotta put myself out there. But it be a time I don't want to do it. I be like, I'd shake my head like,
Yeah, I
what's the
agree.
sense? What's the sense?
Yeah, yeah. I can totally concur with that, man, because it's been plenty of times when I'm just sitting there, it's like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't supporting this right here. People don't realize that the value of the information I'm giving out, man, fuck this shit. I can be doing something else. I'm not making any money off this right here. I'm just dedicating my time to try to get the information out there. But then again, too, when you don't really get support, you know what I'm saying? It kind of, you know, what I mean, you kind of just like, man, what's the use? And then, like I said earlier, man, it is good to get like, you know, what I mean, one person, like I get emails, I get a lot of emails about tips and know what I'm saying and stuff like that. So that really do help me keep pushing information out there. But for the most part, I'm like you, man. I'm like, what's the use? What's the use putting it out there? There's no support.
Right. And then so when you talk about you just here for this time. No. If you're not a content creator or you don't do it all the time, you need to be quiet. You need to shut up. I mean, honest, you need to shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. It's frustrating. People don't understand. You see, you know what I'm talking about because I got to work on editing too. I give you a case in point. Like Duke, he had to edit his own stuff. He had to do his own PowerPoints. I got to work on that stuff too. And then after you edit, then you got to find out which one is good for fit to the show because not all fit to the show. Then you got to understand what the ones that you edit you want to put that on the side because you know you're gonna need for other shows and stuff like that. Like for instance, like this morning. This morning I had to go through and everything. And hey, what's up, Day Boy Vader? What's good? I ain't see you in a minute. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. And you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about, bro. 12 hours know what I'm saying too. It's not
Yeah.
easy. It's
Right.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
Then you gotta participate. Then if you don't have the the mods that help you, so you gotta look at the channel. You gotta look at the channel. Look at the chat and look at the pan. Look at the chat. Look at the panel. Look at the chat and make sure everything goes straight. Sonny Boxer Talk. What's good for you? Shout out to brother Sonny.
Good, Sonny.
Sonny.
What's up with you, man?
Yo, Sonny, man, I'm just saying that I know you got the big jammy. I'm just saying I'm cool with you, wherever it is. Cause I'm saying, cause you throw peace on that. I'm just saying. Sonny got the backlash. I said, yo, so I'm just saying, Sonny, yo, wherever it is, we good. I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Hey, he like right there like that. But I'm saying that's a little Sonny's one day one right there. And so, but this is what I'm saying that I ain't, I be with good people like Sonny. You know what I'm saying? He checks on me like you checks on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I have to say this. I got some good people in the space that I know outside. You know what I'm saying? They make sure the underrated is good. Even some ladies, they make sure the underrated is good. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so for me, I do have family over here. You know what I mean? And it's not like I ain't by myself or nothing. So my thing is that God has surrounded me by big good people. that stand on conviction, that stand on for what's right, and understand my broader vision and throughout the years. And I appreciate that. And I don't take y'all for granted and stuff. But in this space, as you already know, they take things for granted, man. They talk about dumb. I mean, like, it's just for me, it's like I don't know what's going on. Like, I mean, I can say I don't know what's going on. It just yeah, I'm gonna do Blackboard Part 2. It's gonna take some time though, because I'm gonna come another angle of attitudes and stuff. That's gonna be real hard. So I mean, not real hard. It's gonna be hard to like pull up certain pictures because I gotta give y'all I gotta give y'all some visuals. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna come soon. So that's gonna take a little time. But it just right now that I know people going to say you shouldn't talk about it, but it needs to be talked about it because it's happening. You know what I mean? It's like we want to be surrounded by BS.
Right. And that's why, Chocolatina said something. She said it's good to have a great network and a support team of people. That's why that's why I sit there and I say this all the time. I keep it half short but twice as strong. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need a whole collage of people around you. You know what I'm saying? You only need a small group, if that. You know what I'm saying? To sit there and do what you need to do. But people get lost in the weeds when they sit there and say, I gotta have a whole, laundry room of people around me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's right. That right at that point, then you open up the door for a whole lot more problems. You see what I'm saying? But then again, too, if you keep it half short but twice as strong, you can when something go down, you can go right to the source. You see what I'm saying? You know what's going on. Those people, that intricate detail, that small, that cipher that you have around you, it's gonna be much more powerful than a whole big clusterfuck of just people who just want to be in your circle because you got the numbers in here. You know what I'm saying? Because I have seen you, do a show, and I'm just like, man, look at all these people in this motherfucker, man. Like, you won't see these people in here again. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You won't see
few times. You witnessed that a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to bring up? I bring one up right now. Tell us I'm right or wrong. When I did a show about Benny Siegs, let's be honest.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you guys like this right here. So appreciate the visual. So if you take two trees, right? All right, appreciate the visual. You take a Charlie Brown tree and you take an oak tree, right? So you take that oak tree, and if you turn your back to that oak tree, if a branch was to snap off that oak tree and fall down, and you turn around and look at it, you never know where it came from. All right? That's when people sit there and say, I got a lot of friends. Everybody know me, salute 100, all that shit there, right? Now take that Charlie Brown tree. That's what I am. You turn your back on that Charlie Brown tree, if a branch snap off that Charlie Brown tree and you turn around and look at it, you know exactly where it came from. You can go directly to the source. And that's why I sit there and want to get people sitting there and say, see, that big grand oak tree is big. It's massive, right? But look at all the branches on it. You know what I'm saying? So if something was to go down, if you sit there and try to go to somebody, what happened? I don't know. It wasn't me. I don't know. Nah, fam, that's not the move. Keep it half short, twice as strong. Look at that Charlie Brown tree. Let something happen to that Charlie Brown tree, a branch, a leaf come off of it, you can go directly to the source. Hey, what's up with that? And you can address that. You can build on that. So that's my theory about keeping it half short but twice as strong.
Got you. Before I get you, brother pastor, let me this is welcome to my channel, The Underrated Doctors. This is Morning Real Chat part 24. I will do another live tonight. This will be part 2. So I want you to go check that out because I got some visual on that tonight. And so this is 9:35 prime time. So please let people know. If I don't forget, I will put the link in the chat for that show tonight. And that show is not going to be panel discussion. No, this is going to be something. So I might have to get some more pictures. I got some visuals that y'all going to see, and I'm going to break it down to y'all and everything. So please support that and everything. So what we gonna do? We gonna bring Brother Pastor on here. Salute to you, Brother Pastor. You can unmute your mic. Thanks for coming. Good afternoon to you. Peace to you and your family.
How you doing? How you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up, dude? What's up, right?
So what's up with you, man?
Same old man. This, trying to stay out the way. Trying to stay out the way.
You ain't stand out the way, man. I got something. You ain't stand out the way, man. What's up, man?
Man, no. See, the thing. Well, lately, what I've been doing is I've been testing the heart of these YouTubers.
Okay.
And it's just not. It's the I don't know, man. Underrated. Let me tell you what
I'm gonna tell you this right here because I understand it, but I'm gonna tell you this because I heard something. I heard you say something, and it was just like, "What? Pastor said that shit," and I was just like, "What?" Because you said, you was like, "I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you caught a 12-year-old boy, mess with a 6-year-old girl, that you'll beat both of them." And I was just like, "Nah, fam, I ain't going." I was like, "Pastor, what the hell you?" I was like,
"Yeah," and I honestly, I tell you the truth, I honestly meant that because, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I know we say a lot of things on the internet and talking points, but growing up when kids would play house and play hide and go seek and hide and go get all these little stupid games, whenever our parents would catch us doing stupid stuff, I never got in no mess like that. But what I'm saying is, I always remember like my cousins, everyone getting whoopings about that, rather than like getting their life destroyed as a child, then growing up and people still doing it to you, people still attempting to do it to you as a grown up. Like, cause we none of us, the internet is full of saints. That's it's full of saints.
Agree. But the thing is, for me, is that I wouldn't punish the girl because she's getting punished 2 times. Because now, if she's been taken advantage of, you know what I'm saying? So it's 2 things you got going on. So like, I get it. Like everybody see, I agree with you on this part. Everybody played the little games, running, hide and go seek, hunching and all that shit right there. But if she's getting taken advantage of, and then if you beat her on top of what the boy did to her, can imagine her psyche, her mental psyche growing up. You see what I'm saying? Imagine that part of it. Imagine her growing up with that whole, like, damn, I didn't do anything wrong, but this happened to me and that happened to me. Now what I'm supposed to do?
I get that, but my thing is with kids, a lot of, I'm not trying to blank. That's my thing about it. I'm not talking about. I think when we talk about corporal punishment to our children, we really talk about like we whooping them, like we, you know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
And I don't technically, and I need to be more clear with what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I need to be extremely clear with what I'm saying because it's such an important topic.
Yeah, exactly. That's right there, because with this right here, you can't leave out any type of details, especially like you said with this topic right here. Don't leave out anything for the imagination. Don't leave it for somebody else to sit there and be like, "Oh, well, that's what he said." You know what I mean? That's what he mean, rather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, go ahead, Brother Pastor, because I want to get into this too. I want to say something. I really want to say. Go ahead.
I really, what I mean by, I mean, you need to get on both of those children. And the reason why I say both is because even though that child is innocent, you need, of course, you can get on that 12-year-old more, but you need to let that 6-year-old needs to know that at this point, things aren't as innocent as you may think. And as a child, I need you to understand what's going on. You need to you need to run and tell an adult, scream out loud. I will more or less, I will scold both of them, basically, because especially as a parent, if I saw 2 kids doing that, it would shock me and anger me as a parent. So I'm gonna scold both of them. Not necessarily with hands and corporal punishment, just whooping and beating them with belts and around the house and all that. Nah, none of that.
Let me ask you this, Pastor. Hold on, Jason. Let me ask you this. All right, appreciate the visual, Pastor. What have you seen that 6-year girl squirming and just like real, like not like, like, okay, cool, just whatever. She just like really discomfort. Like, look, I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to move out of the situation. Will you still at that point scold her?
No.
Okay,
Is
okay.
at that point?
That's
No, hell,
that's what
no,
I'm saying.
no.
Right,
I'm
right.
I'm I'm all on that 12-year-old. I'm all on him. And matter of fact, that 12-year-old gonna have to prove to me that he can play with the other kids before he's allowed to play with the other kids like that.
Okay, okay, okay.
Let me get into this, right? And brother Pastor, I want you to understand what I'm saying. I'm glad you cleared up. I don't mind saying this though. My virginity got taken when I was 11 by grown women. Okay, going on 21, and they said that you must have started. I'm adolescent against my will. And all throughout the years, I had to go through the injustice, top injustice, different types of injustice, you name it, that I could have been a bastard child. And all I'm just saying like this, that, well, I'm not going to bring up the brother. I really don't. I don't want to bring, because I don't want to get no clicks. But I'm just saying this, that when you be molested, and you get taken against your will, I think those are the ones supposed to be an experience to talk about it, and to bring some clarity and help people with it. Now, there are some that be opportunists. Like I was talking to a fellow brother this morning. I'm not gonna tell you what name it is. They are ones that are being opportunists. They want to get their clicks on. They want to bring their personal endeavors instead of helping. But I would say this: if that person is bringing negativity and they still not willing to learn, and they not willing to learn from their mistakes, they got to go. They got to go. To me, I am firmly blunt, hard on this. When they come station, man, little boys or little girls, I don't care, men with men, women with little girls, because that we gotta talk about too, because women do molest little girls too. And I see in this space they don't even want to talk about that. What it is, that person is not willing to repent. It's not willing to make sure that person is helping them. They got to go. There's no ifs and buts about it. They got to go. Because if you keep this person around, you know what's going to happen? It's okay. Then when it hits your yard, you want somebody to help you clean up. Nah. I'm hard body on that. I'm hard body on that. But I'm telling y'all, I'm going by personal experience. I didn't get the help by it, but see, I praise God about it, and I said I got to break that cycle to help others because my time is gone. I didn't get the help. And that's what we have to understand here. If these people, the one causing this, is willing to get the help, if they keep on with this cycle deliberately, man or woman, let me say it again, man or woman, they got to go. They got to
Right.
go, bro.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Hey, Pastor, check the private chat. Also, send me your channel, fam, so I can subscribe to you, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Okay.
I've been so I don't even know how to drop my channel and all that.
I got it.
You got it? All right, cool. We'll get it from GRINDA.
Yeah,
Like my thing.
I'm listening to underrated story about everything, and I'm like, that's the thing though, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to start separating. What happened to you was a pure crime where an adult attacked a child. And we got to start, and we're gonna have to start separating when adults get into bad behavior and what happened then, and when children get into bad behavior and what happened then. Now, when a child is on an adult, there's nothing to understand. I mean, because the child, there's nothing to understand because you can't put a child in that adult situation, and that's been my whole argument from the get go. When adults put children in adult situations, that's just where we drop the ball at. And no 21-year-old girl should have been putting an 11-year-old boy in particular position. She's a
Yeah, now
criminal.
you make a good that's a good point, but then again, too, Pastor, like you said, when a 12-year-old boy or a 12-year-old girl is taking advantage of a 5, 6, 7-year-old child, then you know what I'm saying, that right there, that's something that need to be at the forefront as well. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them is not good. And Tina said something earlier that was really good. She said that both sides should be open dialogue for discussion. You know what I'm saying? Because you still at its core, Pastor, you're right. Both of them are kids. You see what I'm saying? That they still
They're
kids. At its
classified.
core, they still are kids. A 12-year-old and a 6, 7-year-old, it's still kids.
Well,
But
see
they should,
that's important that we keep it that we keep it at 12 and 6 because this is really crazy, right?
mhm,
Both of those children are a year off from being realigned, right? Or categorized.
characterized.
Because if that 5-year-old drops, if that 6-year-old drops down to 5, then I think I think Tyler's what 3 to 5.
That's 6 years. I will sit there and say the 12-year-olds is more inclined to be a teenager than
It's
that
close.
6-year-old is still a child. That right there,
Yeah.
that's that, you know what I mean? You're not even thinking, you don't know what's going on, you don't know left from your right. All you know is you want to play with your toys and watch cartoons. You know?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So that is the argument. So if you change 1 year
Mhm.
in either child, now you're looking at a huge problem. Now you're looking at a child versus a toddler, which is I don't know if they still consider that child on child. Now even if that 12-year-old moves with the 13, now you're looking at an adolescent versus a child. So this, I mean, it's really bad all around, no matter how you look at it. And I don't know if the legal system, because at this point they're trying to create a criminality out of, like, once you commit a crime, you're a criminal. And I don't know if that's the way that Black people should go, especially with the crime bills that have been put against us and everything that's been not facing us. It seems like Black people want to throw Black people in jail more than white people.
Yeah, but it's Chocolate Tina, you're wrong on that, love. It's 13. That's why it's a teen. It's 12 is still that child area and stuff like that. So that's like, I mean, 17. People sit there and say 18 is an adult, but 19 is an adult. It's still teen at the end of it. You know what I mean? So it is teen. So and then 12, you know, you close to making the transition, but 13 and 19 are the teenage years on that.
You know what they told me?
What's that?
They told me you old enough to lay down. You old enough to know. But with a knife on my neck, right?
Man,
Hmm.
that's
This is the system had told me this.
well, then that goes back into that goes back into the whole thing of can little boys even be victims?
Yeah.
And that I don't know.
They're not gonna talk about. I've been at this for a long time, but on this channel, I've been at this for a long time, and I don't even bring about little boy. I talk about little girls too. I talk about all manifestations.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it again. And I challenge these women too. When you're going to talk about women molest little girls, because that be happening a whole lot.
Now, I want to say this.
Believe.
Now, I want to say this though. Honey is correct. That is that 12 is that tween. That's what it is. It's a tween. It's not a teenager. It's that tween. It's TWEEN. That's what they call it. That's the. I mean, that's what that's what they call it. Tween. between the age
They're
of 12.
confusing early adolescence with
Yeah,
actual
yeah, yeah.
adolescence.
But it's
And
not
I
a
get it.
teenager
I
though.
get it because we do that with adults too. We
Yeah,
confuse early adulthood with actual adulthood. I get it. I mean, that's the reason why these conversations probably need to happen with black people more than better than what they have been, because at this point it's just a clout chasing thing at this point that a lot of people have been doing. They're not even wanting to have the actual conversation about what's really going on.
So, but let me ask you a question. You're both fathers, right?
right, right.
You're
Mhm.
both fathers. I'm gonna ask y'all. The information that y'all had gotten lately, and then you can, if your son or daughter is old, it doesn't make a difference. I'm just putting it out there. How do y'all go about? I just want to be nice with it. I want to be respectable. The information that you hear lately in this space, how you going about talking to your sons or talking to your daughter? Because the sons have to get into it too. How do
I
you
think
go about, and even like if you have older sons that have kids too, how do you go about talking about it? Protect him or protect her. Also, they have kids.
Go. You want to go past or you want me?
you go ahead and hit it first, man, because I'm actually really thinking, because I've been thinking about it for a while even before this conversation. But the answer
Nah,
is
man.
it's a hard answer.
You straight. My son 22. So, you know what I mean? But when he was coming up through the ranks, and he was interested in basketball. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really, you know what I mean, have that right there. So even for me, I couldn't relate. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I was 12, I wanted to know what the older boys were doing. I didn't want to go backwards and know what the 6, 7, and 5 years old were talking about. I wanted to know what the 14, the 16, and the 18-year-old boys were doing because I wanted to do what they was doing. So I was in that lane. Even my son was coming up through the ranks. He was all about hoops and stuff like that. So he didn't have no real interest in doing that stuff like that. So he's 22 now. So, but he's good now. But it was a time where it was it was an older lady. 'Cause my son got some swag to. I ain't gonna lie, he's a smooth little cat. But he got some. It was this lady who she was like 21. You know what I'm saying? And she wanted to talk to my son. He was 17. And I said, no, ma'am. You know what I mean? What you doing talking to my son like that? You know what I'm saying? And then, it was just one of those things where she was like, "Oh no, I'm like, nah, that's not gonna happen. Nah, he's not ready for that. He got things he need to do in life before he start pursuing you right now with 2 kids and stuff like that. So for me, I don't know anybody else. I'm talking about for me and my family, that was a no-go. So it was a no-go for my son at 17 to be dating a 21-year-old with 2 kids. So I had put a veto on that and stopped that right there at the gate.
So my son is young. He's like 5. So I mean, so the other day we was hanging out, me and him hanging out. You know what I'm saying? We not really hanging out. He with me or whatever. He was with me or whatever. And he was talking about this little girl in his classroom that she took his seat and he wanted his seat back. And so he told her to get up so he can get his seat back. And she hopped up and she kissed him on the cheek. He said, and he smiled. I was like, we started talking about, no, would you like a little girl? And I was like, well, what was the teacher at? And then he told me the teacher saw it and everything. And I was like, son, you don't need to. I tried to redirect his mind, like towards, like, yeah, stick with school and what you learn in school and paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always going to be little girls and in situations with these little girls, but you don't want to get caught up in that right now because you're so young. Like, just enjoy being a child and learning and running around with your kids, running around with other kids. I was like, you really can't. It's so weird. Like, you want your kids to grow up and experience life, especially the way you did, but life ain't the same. Like, a little girl kissing him on the cheek could ultimately fall back on him. So I don't really. I mean, I tell them the best I can. We talk about everything. I tell them to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, if these little girls act like they like you, They can act like they like you. You can like them back, but you're too young for all that. You need to concentrate on school and sports, baseball. He loved baseball and stuff like that. I tell him to concentrate on baseball. I matter of fact, I have the conversation some with him, and then we'll play baseball because I don't want to make that conversation such a big conversation because I already know how big of a conversation it's going to eventually be to the point where but then again, I'm not trying to drop the ball on these early stages of him learning how to deal with little girls to women too.
Right. And I will say this too. I'm gonna say this before I give it to you, Grinda. I agree with Chocolate too, man. Don't leave it up to the schools to just teach your kids. You better teach them at home. You better sit there and teach them at home. You better talk to them at home as well. So don't leave it up to the schools to sit there and talk to your kids about this and about that. Like I talk to my son about things and stuff like that, and she's 100% right. You know what I mean? You better explain to these kids the consequences of what can happen. I talk to my son about like sex and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, what can happen? I mean, and what can happen at what point in time when he was 16, 17 years old? Because we can't be short-sighted and naive and just think that, oh, it's not going to happen or they don't see it. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, you just give them the information, and based off the information you give them at home, you can hope they apply it to the real world. That's all we can hope for. You know what I mean? We can't shelter them. We can't go where every place they go, every party they go to, everything they attend. You can't do that. So all you got to do is give them the information. And based off the information that you give them and your teaching and your guidance, you hope that they'll apply that information to the real world.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm coming from too. You know, we just had whatever information that we had, even if it's the past or the present, and we got to understand if the past is continuing to the present, it has to be addressed. And there's quite a few people. We understand outside of space, but I'm talking. I want to concentrate inside of space, not talking about us. Not talking about I ain't talking about the ones in the panel. I'm not talking about the ones in the chat. And I'm talking about the ones outside, even in this space. They refuse to connect. And then what happened when you don't do that? They are people, are hurt people and hurt people. And two hurts is going to be continually hurt. So it has to be somebody has to aid for help and encourage. And I'm talking about the ones, the rest of the people in the space. And you hear, I want you to hear my voice very loud and clear. When a person have experience, you have to go to them and listen because they can have information to help you. Maybe they didn't get the help in the past, but they can give you information to help. Because if you're going to be an opportunist, remember what I'm saying, one way or the other, it's going to come back to you. I'm talking about man or woman. It's going to come back to you. And you're going to want somebody to be there for you, but you're not willing to accept the encouragement and the help because you bitter, because something happened to you. And sometimes when you keep her going, sometimes you got to do mirror time. You got to look at the mirror at yourself. Because I had to do a long time ago. I had to look in the mirror. I got to switch something with me because my time is gone for fight for justice for me. So I had to channel that to be had search for more value for myself and fight for others because I know the way how the system is changing, the way how the media is changing. I got to be in the forefront to fight, to let them know that somebody do care, that somebody going to advocate for them. And even though it's going to be at times that you're going to be lonely, there's going to be sometimes you're going to be by yourself. And I'm talking about as a man, especially as a black man, you're not going to be noticed in the media. Even if you're going to have your own people working in the media, bring you down. Now I'm talking about the black man and the black woman. I'm talking about some. But you still got to stay the course because there's people out there that's not getting the information. They're not getting the resources that they should because sometimes where they live at, sometimes of the color of their skin, sometimes financial class, and all that. I'm telling you from personal experience because that's what happened to me.
Let me say this real quick, JT, before I get out of here, man. Listen, guys, man, real quick, man, go subscribe to the channel, 4 Quarter Talk. Also, man, support my sponsor, Old School Labs. If you guys need any supplements, if you're into that type of stuff, protein, pre-workout, and all that good stuff, man, Old School Labs. Use the training code, promotional code, Train Harder 24. Listen, Honey said something that's really profound, and I want to touch on this before I get on here. She said, these youngins these days are more into social media and computer games. You only can look as far as your cell phone. Today's cell phone, that's all type of stuff. Today's cell phone on some computers are more advanced than the computers that you're using. And now you do have parental locks on these things. You got parental locks on smart TVs. Now, again, with these kids nowadays, they can get around that stuff. So it's really important to teach these kids and stuff like that about what it is that they need to know because it's out there. It's out there. And she said something else. She said, I wonder what these teachers are teaching them in school these days. Because
These kids that teach. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, it's on you. Go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead, fam.
They teaching them 101 genders, and another thing, it's crazy. And the thing about that, and I get the thing about what they say our kids are on the internet and social media. I get that, but so since they're on social media so much, and they're getting so much information on the internet, when they come into human contact with each other, you're dealing with everything the internet has said and not what parents have technically taught.
Well, that's
So
where
it makes
Pastor
it dangerous.
stay right there, Pastor. That's where your information and your teaching and your guidance got to sit there and supersede. It got to trump that. It got to trump what the internet says. You see, I get what you're saying because here's the thing, guys. I'm going to tell you something. My son did it. Before my son moved out, he wrote me this long letter, and those who know this website called Grammarly. I mean, talk about grammatical errors and all that good stuff. He wrote me this long letter on Grammarly about how much he appreciate what I did for him and how much, you know what I mean? I know I didn't listen at this, that, and other. You was right on this, you was right. 2 pages. For him, that's long. But what I'm saying is, Pastor, you're right. You're right. But the thing is, your teaching and your guidance should supersede what the internet and that in-person meeting should do to that kid.
Yeah, and let me say this though. I was on the panel. I met Pepsi. I was on the channel with brother Shango. He go Vango the Eternal. And let me explain something to you. This is about last year. Do you know y'all? And again, you know they are created hundreds of different flags of homosexuality. Created.
Hey, Pastor, peace to the guy. JT, peace to the channel. Pat,
Thank you,
everybody.
thank you so
All right,
much.
peace to you, Duke. Peace to you, bro.
No doubt,
Peace,
man.
thank you.
Hey, peace.
But you
Understand what I'm saying? Hundreds of going by what Brother Pastor saying. Hundreds different flags of homosexuality, and they doing it right now around the world. Around the world, family, in Virginia right now. I've been in here for work. I've been living in Virginia for 10 years. Do you know what they doing right now? Queer is teaching our kids nursery rhymes. Not the nursery rhymes about the ABC family stick together, of what they do. And the administration is pushing it. I'm telling you, you don't have to be a Democrat. You don't have to be a Republican. You don't have to be independent. They are pushing this. There also is quite a few pronouns is out there. Now, I remember when we went to school, Brother Pastor, and I could say, Brother Duke, we know regular pronouns what it is, and that help us the way of life, right? They making up pronouns right this minute, and they know it is wrong, and they pushing it. But the sad thing about it, you got mainstream pushing it. And it's not being talked about in this space because you know why? Because we got a lot of fruity devils is pushing the bullshit too.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Matter of fact, man, this space is weird. This space is weird, underrated. This
Very
space is
weird.
weird. Like if the men look, I was over there in a trolling, with over there, on the channels while talking with different, trying to talk about different stuff. No, the black men in this space. If you say anything or you have a, I keep trying to tell people I'm from Eastern North Carolina. This is literally how my accent has always been. You heard me talk. This is how I always talk.
Yeah. Yes.
And you get not all the time, but stupid niggas will be like, yo, you'll get called gay by black women and by black men in these space by just not saying what they want you to say. So we are normalizing. And I don't think these people realize what they're doing. Like every time, like these dudes always want to bring up things like, I heard the term or the phrase homo erect to me. Homoeroticism. I've heard that term so much within the past 2 days. I'm like, this shit is weird, and it's like it's just weird, man. They are normalizing all kinds of behavior. They did by just talking about it, even and just not really talking about it, but how they talk about it and how they use it so heavily. Like weirdo. That's another thing that they use that I've seen these spaces use real heavily. Now that all you're doing is normalizing weirdo by calling everything weird. They also in this space they call everybody the P word. And
Yeah.
rather than handling the real conversation about what's happening, they'll call you the P word just because they want to. They'll call you, rainbow just because they want to. And I don't think these people really understand. Y'all don't know us. Y'all don't know me in real life. I got whole family and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I ain't got time to be worrying about that. But what I'm saying is the reality is y'all, they are normalizing it for the greater culture. It ain't about me. You can diss me, call me any name you please. I already know what I live. I already know how my life has. I already know how my life go. So on the internet, yeah, call me anything you want, right? But
Yeah.
the reality of it is, why you sit there and call me crazy names just because you can, right? Because we on the internet and you just can. What you're doing is you're normalizing not just the words, but the behaviors.
But you know what? To go more on your point though, too, that I noticed this for a minute now. I said a long time. I'm saying a minute. I'm being nice today. That heterosexual is being attacked. Being transition. I mean, is being under attack. I'm gonna keep it to men. I ain't gonna talk about the women, but I'm gonna keep it to men. There are actually men that on the flower side got the nerve to tell women, I can show you what a straight man is in this space. And they are flower sweet boys. These are the same men that be up with these other men in the other sheets. And they using cold words. So your women, you better be understanding. If you have sexual, you gotta listen to that too. And you participate in this. Something's wrong with you. I'm gonna question you too. Because some of your women, y'all like to be up in women too. I be hearing y'all too. I hate man, but I don't mind. Yeah. Y'all talking them cold words, but I love black men. So y'all not out of this either. This space is garbage. We dealing with garbage people, and they pushing this. And then let me rephrase. I'm gonna say this again. Anybody like me that are sexual, we are under attack. No matter if you're a man or woman, we are under attack.
Oh hell yeah. I mean, but it's really it's just a crazy world we live in.
Mhm.
It's just a crazy world we live in, and we're seeing a lot of social changes at the worst time when we could possibly see them, because we don't even really know what's going on with our country. There's so many things going on with our country right now. Like there's water crisis, there's a water crisis, there's plumbing issues,
Mhm.
there's still supply issues.
Mhm.
Um there's still school ordinance issues. I, the schools are trying to put these ordinances on our children for them to even go to the schools now with different, masks and shots and all kinds of stuff, right? So it's just like God knows, man. Like life is I think life is laying on heavy to everyone. Not even, I mean, because not even just with like people, not with their just personal life or having to work and pay their bills and live their life and try and pursue, happiness and godliness and all of that. Outside of that, just everyday life and what's going on in society, I think is really making it hard for everyone. I don't think there's enough money to be. I don't think it's a class thing. I think everyone in every class is hurting. Some people are just hurting with a lot of money. I think but our society is just becoming very, very weird to the point where I don't think anyone is like really enjoying how things are going right now.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Before we continue, I will do another live tonight. The name is Family. We have to do better now. This gonna be part two. It's gonna be part two. I'm gonna show some slides, y'all. Parental description. So if you have kids, I already put it in the description. Just letting you know right now. Put your kids in. This is not going to be a panel discussion. No, it's not. I'm just going to get things out. Um, it's going to be 9:35 tonight. Don't worry, no worries, no worries. Let me get this in before we continue. This is the number one. I mean, this is the underrated darkness. That's my channel. Yours truly, the number one grinder. And then we got Brother Passer. And then before we have Big Duke up in here, please support them. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna ask that question. That's an excellent question. Um, you know, I'm gonna post this in. This is tonight. This is tonight, 9:35. This is tonight, 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me repeat it again. This is family. We have to be better now. I will explain. That is part two. I got some stuff I'm going to show y'all. Again, I already put it in the description. Graphics, material, and fair use. Okay? So I want y'all to go check that out and everything. We with Brother Pastor right here. And thanks for being here. And Sonny got a question before we continue, Brother Pastor. He said, questions for the panel. What is the solution for these problems being spoke about? And you can take care of that, Brother Pastor, and I go after you.
I think I think parenting, us getting right, us doing more parenting, more supervising, um, looking at ourselves in the mirror and asking ourselves to be, because I try to do better, be better daily, stay in the process of being better so that you can be better for these children. Being more attentive, probably disengaging some. It's probably disengaging some, engaging more, disengaging in some places and engaging more in other places more. Maybe getting off the internet some, and engaging more with the kids. Just things I'm gonna do. Being more in the moment. Yeah. Being more in the moment rather than just living the day.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I said for me, Sonny, we gotta be engaged, but it's gotta be certain people willing to engage and find solutions. I think we passed those stage that anybody can enjoy certain certain things that we can find solution. We got a handpick. So it's gonna be a lot of people get left out. They get left out, they get left out because you wasn't ready. You didn't want to engage. So I think that we have to really screen people, man or woman, that wants to find solutions. But when you find solutions, you have to stay in the process. It's not going to be an easy process. It's not going to be an easy fix. We got to stand in the process. It could take days, it could take months, even whatever it is. Even if it takes years, we got to stay in the process and we got to keep the same people around. Anybody that wants to come in, they got to prove themselves. To me, I look at it, they got to prove themselves to me. If you're not willing to find solutions, you are about being an opportunist and all like that, and you never roll with the underrated one. I ain't got nothing to say. So we have to really screen people that want to be the change, but we got to keep this conversation. This conversation has to evolve consistently. It cannot be let up because there are some people. Hey, let's be honest. There are some people who do not want to find a solution, Sonny. You know that. They want to keep things going. And we talking about grown folks here. Hey, Unique. Hey, what's up, sister Unique? Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Appreciate you coming. So for me, we got to keep this. We whatever situation it is that is very dear that we want to find solutions, especially in our family and even our childhood and stuff. We got to keep it going. We got to handpick people. We got to. That's my thing. We got to handpick people, and there's going to be someone's going to get lost out. But it's okay. That's it. Hope we answer your questions and stuff like that. Let me say, Unique Dog, thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Again, I will do a live tonight at 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Family, we got to do better. I will explain. That is part 2. I'm going to show you some stuff tonight. Time to engage tonight. I might have some more. I might have some more pictures for y'all. I don't know. But
Another thing we're gonna have to stop doing, even in these spaces. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop doing on my own in these spaces. I can't say what all these cats need to do, but when you say that you are very selective, because when you try to be transparent to these people and let them know the mistakes and things that happen, you gotta be really careful with these characters. And another thing, people in these spaces take support for, and then when they get mad at you about something, they say, "Well, you dick riding." Like, what kind of mess is that? Like, nigga, like, we are black males in this space. Ain't nobody dick riding. What I'm trying to do is help you out, bro, or support your channel. Now you mad. Now you trying to clout and say crazy stuff. But that's how weird these spaces are. They're very weird. This space is getting weirder. This space is turning into Halloween every day. It's like a mass of ghouls and goblins. This shit is turned into a daily Halloween trick or treat kind of scenario, I think.
So you saying it's like Halloween all throughout the year then, right?
It's every damn like, y'all, like, what kind of like, this space has turned very creepy. It's like men got to the point where men can't even talk no more. All we do is yell and argue at each other like women, or not even women, but I don't even want to put that on women. Shit, I don't even want to put that on women. Shit.
We don't have, like, people say, oh, we got men's talk, but these men's talk is not. I said, for me, it's not helping. I mean, when you, like, for instance, I give you a case in point. When I go to the pastor, I feel welcome because the brother that he is. But I don't feel, I go to Big Duke, I feel welcome. Brother Joe, Brother Go Professor, I feel welcome. Brother Sheed, I feel welcome. Brother BMT, I feel welcome. Some brother DS1, I feel welcome. Just a few brothers, but the majority of brothers in here, it's like, for me, it's like, y'all, we don't brand job. Like for instance, like Brother Pastor, he called me once in a while to check on me, and I call him. That's what it's all about. These brothers, we see the same brothers on the panel. It should be like it's got to be more perspective. But then
There has to be.
It ain't, but it's not like that, bro. Young or old.
Because if you're not, the problem is, man, we did ourselves a disservice when we called this shit red pill. We did a disservice when we let them call it blue pill. We did a disservice when we let them call it a black pill. We are living life and having experiences in life and different perspectives on how to handle these things in life. These things in life have been going on for a very long time, and they didn't call it red pill. They didn't call it blue pill. They called it life. And we're missing out on life because everyone's trying to be red pill now. And in this whole being red pilled, you miss out on life. And I thank God that I wasn't red pilled in my 20s. And I know a lot of people say, I wish I was red pilled in my 20s. Things would have been better. No, they wouldn't. You would have missed out on some of the best opportunities you had in your young. You would have missed out on some of the best opportunities that you may think were bad, but they taught you all the lessons that you can teach now. The problem is these lessons have turned into like these crazy talking points that if you don't live by, you're not a man, or if you don't live by, this shit has become robotic. It's become it's like a Halloween. It's like Halloween and AI and robots mashed in together. You're making people like robots, like I am red pill. This is how life goes. Da, 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 da. And it's horrible. It's horrible what we have done to society. In fear, and resistance.
And then also too, the ones that we talk about, so-called red pill and them other pills, they are wrong people running this. They are actually, I'm talking about brother, I'm talking about men in this space. They are brother actually annoying wrong people in this space, especially supposed to help. Even women too, but I'm just gonna tell the brothers. I'm just talking about the brothers. But it's not circling right. Only you see certain sectors. Come on, brother pastor. You know I'm telling the truth. You go anywhere. And I'm not saying brothers not giving out great information. I'm not saying that. But you see the same ones. I don't want to hear the same ones.
Yeah, it's a very controlled dialogue. I mean, at this point, we have openly. I've heard people openly say they want echo chambers. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. Our society isn't really an echo chamber. I mean, if you don't keep if you keep your ear to the streets, you will miss out on what's going on. And I think that this red pill stuff, man. At this point, I'm not at this point underrated, man. I just come on the internet and talk to the brothers, talk to people. I'm not red pill. I'm not blue pill. I'm not black pill. I'm not manosphere. I'm just a brother on the internet trying to have a conversation, man. I just can't. I just can't do it,
Well,
man.
you know what, brother Pastor. I remember you asked me a question why I don't have men's talk. I mean, you asked me that a few weeks ago, and I meant it. That's it because you have to get. I know you have to get off and do your show. I'm gonna tell you why these men they don't want change, man. And you know when it comes to men's talk, any man can come, long as you respect what I do, respect the panel, and respect the chat. That's it. But the majority of these men, oh, it's too early, this and that, but they don't want change, dog. So why I should put myself out there? They are men do not want change. Yeah, y'all want to talk about the same thing. I mean, we could talk about injustice. There's no doubt about it. We go through injustice. So let me say this: we had to address that. But I'm just saying that there's nothing wrong to hear of another perspective because sometimes that perspective can help you. But they don't want that. Young or old, they don't want that. They don't want it. So why I should put myself out there? I'm not.
I think it's mighty funny, right? The red pill space is right. There's some irony to all of this, right? So I said like these red pill spaces where you learn the truth and you learn what's going on and you learn about how society's not out to help you and society's out against you. All these different red flags and things to look out for in society. It ends up being another form of medicine that it's like red pill. It ends up being like a form of medicine that you need to survive almost. It's very weird. It's very weird though, because it's very weird to me because it's like you left one society saying, "Well, I ain't need that society to survive. I ain't need all that what they call whatever blue pill, whatever they call blue pill stuff to live. That was a bad life to live." And then you go serve internet society that is darker than any blue pill space I've ever been in. These red pill spaces have shown these red pill and all these spaces on the internet, they have shown, honestly, I've seen more ugliness in these spaces than I've seen in some of the dealings I've seen some ugly things in my dealings in life too, but these red pill spaces they're quite ugly. They're quite ugly when you look at them. I mean, you look at the intent behind them. Our economy is horrible. Our children, our schools, the violence is horrible. The violence in the United States of America is horrible. Maybe we need some people to go back what they call AKA blue pill. Go back to dreaming. Go back to hoping. Go back to wishing. Because a life without hope, a life without wishes, a life without dreams, that's a life without faith. I don't know if that's a good life for people long term. I don't think it's good for me long term. That's just why I'm not going to make myself a hard hitting red pillar. I don't care I don't care what they call me, but I'm not going to actually live. I'm not going to. I tell people I don't live a red pill. I'm not red pilled. I mean, I get the concept, but I don't think that's at the end of the day. Nah.
You know what? You know what? I just live my life, and I
Yeah.
actually show people, even like when on my secondary channel, I live in a life, man. They see me. I'm in Baltimore. I'm here. I'm there. I let people know that when you do things the right way, the universe great. God had granted you. You hear what I'm saying? I show you stuff. I show you stuff because I know my purpose. I know my worth. And somebody appreciate my worth, and I'm rolling with that. But see, this space do not want that. They don't want that. They don't want. They just want to be on right here on one level. that's gonna happen. But at the same time, you passing out opportunities to make you better.
Mm-hmm.
That make you better. Then they want to. Oh, I don't want to deal with women. All right, you don't want to deal with women. All right, that's just your part. But there are some women can make you that knows your work and they understand your vision and they can help you and vice versa. But they don't want these people to men and women in space majority. They don't want that.
Nah, they
So
don't.
why I should be around them?
This shit is crazy, man, and like
Man, I
it's
can't.
it's crazy, bro. This space, man, is not what it's a devil in disguise. I tell you that. God knows,
That's
and
what
I
I'm
hate
saying.
to, I
Yeah,
hate to
you're
say
right.
that shit. I hate to say it because I really hate to say that shit, man. And because there's some brothers in here that drop good information. There's some good brothers in these spaces, man. But the devil in disguise is how it is starting to take over the minds of society. I don't think because I know about. I still talk to a lot of the MGTOW brothers and the MRAs from back, and they did envision a collapse of society. If you think about it, historically, when have you ever had men talk about a collapse of a society so much and be openly willing to accept it?
I don't know, but I said this. I still say there are some good men, I mean, good brothers in here, and I think there's more than ever. We got to shine on them. You can't give up. I'm not. I know there are some good brothers and sisters that have great information that are transparent. We cannot give up. We gotta fight for that. I ain't giving up. But I understand what you're saying. You're absolutely right about that. For me, I ain't giving up. And I'm one of the few brothers. I do what I can, try to speak the truth and let people know that what I experience and help others. And that's what I need to do because I'm striving for legacy. Part of this is legacy right here. Outside, I got a legacy too, but part of this is legacy. So, so when people go to my channel, maybe 5 or 10 years or 15, 20 years from now, they can get something out of it. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at right now. But that's how it is right now. So what we're gonna do, brother, I want you to make your last remarks and stay right there. We're gonna make our last remarks. We're gonna close it out as a family because I do gotta get ready. Going out of town. And plus, but tonight I will be back 9:35 p.m. East Standard Time. I'm gonna hit you with that. I want you to come back to it. So make your last remarks, please.
All right, yeah, everybody stay up and keep it real on the internet. Never falter, never come fake on the internet. Keep it real. Have a blessing.
Thank you, brother. Stay right there. And also tonight, I'll be back 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, 9:35 Eastern Standard Time. It's already posted on my community tab. Please, I'll share it out. My Instagram account is Jerry5465. As you already know, Pastor, Jerry Thomas. I got it on my page and also my group, the Underrated Darkness, and also I got on my Twitter. It's all in caps. It's at Jerry. And it's at JT Blackman 44. That's my Twitter account. That's on there too. So and I got some few stuff to show y'all that is very revealing. We need to pay attention to. So I got few clips, and I probably got some more to show y'all too. So I'm gonna see for that. And let me read this. Sonny said, "Think of it like this: if there was no Matrix, there would be no red pill and blue." Yeah, all facts right there. So on behalf of my channel, Underrated Darkness, good afternoon. Yours truly, the underrated one. And just remember, if you travel to your family, or travel your home, or your job, or whatever, take extra safety precaution because the climate out there is real. We don't want nothing to happen to you. Come back 9:35 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. Let's get it in. Hey, what's up, GP? What's good? Brother Ray's in the building. Yeah, you came late, bro, but you can always catch on the rewind. And share this out, y'all. Please share this out. Subscribe. All right? Peace and love to you, brother Sonny Boston Talk. Always appreciate you. Now, I don't want to get shoot by you, man. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, all right? Because brothers live. You know what I mean? Weak people. Oh, yo, Sonny after on the ring. Nothing but jokes, all right? So calm down, people. Calm down. But thank you so much, Brother Pat. I want you to go to Brother Pastor channel. Got some great information. Go to Big Deuce channel. That's Fourth Quarter Talk. And other channels. Go check them out. Great information. You want to be informed? Want to change your life? Got to branch out, y'all. Got to branch out. Got to branch out. So I see y'all 9:35. Good afternoon. Until next time, this one is Ghost.